We're gonna have a Kickturn party tonight. All right.
Welcome everyone to Uber's Kickturn Party birthday episode. So Uber, just out of curiosity, are you drinking something blue?
No, I am drinking something brown.
Yeah, is it malt liquor?
It is a wheat wine that was aged in bourbon barrels.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah.
Sounds awfully bougie.
There's like an Arkansas stereotype that you got to uphold, and the bourgeois sort of fancy drinks just goes hand in hand with living in Arkansas.
Oh, really? So, Arkansas is pretty bougie, huh? But much more than Tennessee.
I met Ubergeek. I just went over to his house one day because I met him on Skate TN and found out that there was at least one person at Skate TN that lived in Knoxville. And so I thought, and so we just hooked up through, I guess I am on Skate TN. And I said, well, Lewis and I are going to go over there and skate this guy's ramp. And my wife's like, well, it was nice knowing y'all. And she thought for sure they were going to dig us up in body bag, trash bags in somebody's backyard or something. I was like, nah, man, this guy's cool. If he's a skater, he's all right.
Is that how
Well, where are you skating at down there?
So I haven't had much time to skate.
Boo!
Yeah, but there is cool stuff to skate in Northwest Arkansas. About 15 minutes down the road from here is like a little public park that looks like it was designed by like a 70s skate park designer.
Oh, cool.
It's all just like one like circular pump and flow area with like no coping at all.
Wow.
And yeah, so I've
Like
skated that a
wave
couple of
pool.
times. That's super fun. Something that I need to get to is they have the largest asphalt pump track in the United States, about half an hour from where I live in Northwest Arkansas.
Damn.
Well, Knoxville's
Uber,
about a really awesome.
we've got one working on. Uber, I think I've seen that one that you're talking about down the street from you. Is it built by Evergreen Skate Parks or something? It's just one big piece of concrete that's all flowy, right?
Yes. Is it in like Metfield Park?
I think I've seen pictures of it. It looks pretty awesome.
Yes, yeah. Natalie and I skated that, and yeah, it just pump and pump and pump and pump and pump and pump and pump. Yeah, so that's cool. And then Bentonville has like a nice little concrete skate park. That's caged off right now because of COVID. Rogers, which is like the town like right down the road from here, has a kind of insane metal skate park. I think like the smallest ramp on it looks like it's maybe 7 feet tall.
Wow.
And it's like a spine half pipe that's like about 6-7 feet high. And then there's like one like section where you go like over like a big bank ramp and a tabletop, and then go up a transition, and there's like a wall with about 10 feet of vert.
Oh, God.
That sounds rad, man.
Yeah, it's intimidating to the point where I've never seen a single person ever skating on it. There we go.
All right. So there was this one time when this guy I knew that lived down the street, he had a ramp in his backyard, or actually it was in his garage in his backyard. And we had a contest there. And it was part of a series of contests called KRAP, Knoxville Ramps parties, and this was the third in the rendition. And here we are.
Go full screen.
Oh my God.
Look, we've all changed so much.
So, there's JD right there.
Woo,
There
JD!
I mean, so Ubergeek, just to
That's
let
when
you
Jay
know,
shot all of his videos with fisheye lens.
just to let you know, Ubergeek, we took all that ramp apart. I drug it all over to my house, and I'm actually using little parts of it and sections of it right now, and I've got a little mini half in my backyard.
Yay!
8 foot of that is actually in my backyard.
All right, sweet. And no one wanted the janky, bold corners, though.
Actually, no.
Building corners is really hard.
And not only that, Ubergeek, that corner that's got the brick coping on it that was adhesive onto a 2x6.
Yeah, it was solidly built.
2x4 that was screwed into all that's still in one piece because I can't even get it apart. The only way I can get that apart is to throw it in a bonfire. And I decided I didn't want to really throw it into a bonfire because it was so. Look at Nate and his skinhead and his drinking. What a punk!
Back when I was young and cool.
So I was poised to build a new ramp, and I had probably 500 2x4s cut for ribs stacked in the backyard. And that was when my wife told me I had to leave.
Oh no, there's Natalie on a scooter!
Yeah!
Shredding.
Little scooter girl. You still have that scooter.
I wrote it
JD
Right
must be
yesterday,
singing.
so lame, so disappointing.
There's nothing else to do.
Oh, Donnie eats it with full pads.
Oh, Nathan.
That was Jay.
Or Jay.
Jay's had too many beers.
Oh man.
Oh, I forgot that there was the pool there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, brought it. Yeah, because we had everybody had their family.
Cal doing no complies and staple guns.
He's styling, man.
Yeah, bringing all the modern tricks.
The best part about that was his hairdo.
Hey, speaking of, is he still sponsored by that hair gel company, hair wax company?
No. He doesn't
No.
care anymore.
Come on! I thought that would last forever.
I did too. I didn't think you'd ever be able to wash it out.
Hey, you happen to have that video when we were downhilling and Ubergeek wipes out at the very end of it?
That was
It's
in
just-
Caldwell's neighborhood, or no? Was that in front of your house?
It was at the bottom of my hill.
Yeah.
It's so funny because everybody sees him coming, and then he goes off in the grass. And, oh man, look at
Hey!
Because you hip hop, hippity hop, and you hip hip hop, and you don't stop.
Rock
Oh
to
my
the bang
God.
bang boogie.
Yeah.
Up, jump.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you did not get my best wreck when downhilling on video.
I remember in Nat Caldwell's neighborhood coming around that one turn, you Supermaned in the grass, and that was great.
Yeah, that was the one where I dug a trench through their yard with my shoulder.
So okay, that was a little trip down memory lane, and I've got another one here that I can throw up right quick.
Story time with Uncle Cabler.
Yeah, Uncle Jay.
Oh no, I
story
know what
time.
this one is.
Oh, look at
Oh, no.
Nate recognizes this one. This one is the famous, infamous Cherokee episode. Uber knows about this one. This is where Blue Drink came from.
You guys are the worst at giving directions of anyone in the world.
So here we go.
It's because it was me.
Bang, bang, bang. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We took the minivan to Cherokee.
I still have not been to Cherokee Skate Park.
You have not been there?
No.
Dude.
Jimmy walked up and wait, was it you, Jay, or is Jimmy put $20 in a slot machine, hit the button once, done?
Oh, I remember that. I've told that to my kids as an example of why you shouldn't gamble.
Oh,
He put $20 in the machine, hit the button, it immediately popped up something that says, "You lose," and that was it.
The last time I was at a casino, I won $1,700 at the craps table. So off of $20.
First time I ever went to a casino, I walked in and got $20 worth of quarters. 30 minutes later, I had $300 worth of quarters. 30 minutes later, I had one quarter. Machine, but you know.
Oh man, I missed this trip. I wish I'd have been on this trip. How did I miss this one? I had something going on that weekend, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They told us to shut the hell up at the hotel, though.
Yeah. We got in a lot of trouble. It was Jimmy's fault. And this is why. If you watch this little reverse thing here, it's because Jimmy was running down the hall. And here it is. The blue drink. Uber's blue drink.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was undrinkable.
No, it was
malt
drinkable.
liquor.
From what I heard.
No, I didn't drink the blue drink.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Ready. What you doing
Yeah,
then?
So this is the next day when JD is singing "Run for the Hills" while he's in Cherokee.
God.
Let's go next weekend. Who's in?
I could probably go.
You and Kirk?
Got down at Public Park.
We'll have to learn about it, find out about it, man. 'Cause we need to go. There's a campground right across the street from it, man. We don't even have to stay in a hotel. You can stay at a campground, just walk to it.
I'm not staying at a camp.
Oh, come on, man.
They've added to the park since we've been there that time too.
Yes, they have. They got that little mini ramp at the bottom.
Now it's all covered in graffiti.
Yeah, it is. It's no longer as pristine, but it's still nice.
What is the graffiti in Cherokee?
I wish. But
'Cause
No.
that would be pretty cool.
yeah, it would be much cooler if it was graffiti in Cherokee, but
It's
I
all
don't
Jack
think it
Daniels
is.
themed graffiti.
Yeah.
It's the lyrics to Jack and Diane by John Cougar Mellencamp.
And you look, that would be awesome also.
And, you know, I love pools with tile. Pools with tile rule.
Oh yeah.
You get that when you carve them.
I couldn't tell.
I've got another video of this where Jacob Dome and they had a big Eastern skateboard thing going on there, and all the kids were there, and it was great. They all camped across the street, and they
Gosh,
all
that bank thing, awesome.
and they all
Oh,
got kicked out from across the campground across the street, and so they don't have those Eastern jams there anymore because all the kids got kicked out from the campground.
Hitter.
Oh man, because that campground's pretty rough, actually. I mean, it would take a lot to get kicked out of there.
Well, I'm not going to mention names,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
you know the
Say the
guys.
same name over and over again.
And you know, if it had been 30 years ago, 25 years ago, we would have gotten kicked out too. So, and here's JD. Look at this freestyle, man. He's like friggin' Rodney Mullen, Steve Rocco. Look at this guy.
I love it.
He's more of a Per Willander.
That guy, man.
Bob's. We're downhill in Bob's.
Bob Morris. Bob.
Look, was that Lewis texting as he went down the hill?
Lewis.
Hardwell.
And there's Uber coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, downhill.
Lewis?
Oh, and Donnie's on the side of the road, adjusting his pads.
Not over there lately. We've been doing a lot of longboarding in the hood. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this turn at the end of this road.
Neighborhood, Bob.
What's that?
I said I never make it quite over to your street. I stay in the lower west side.
Yeah, man. Hey, you need to venture over there sometime.
So here it is. We're all at the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
We're waiting, and here he comes.
Here he comes.
Oh!
There he is.
Oh,
How
yeah.
are you? Happy birthday, Uber. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, just remember,
I'm gonna
kids,
stop my,
speed
I'm gonna
wobbles
stop my
are
screen
no
share
joke.
there, and we'll go back to. So your wife was telling us you built a ramp in your backyard.
Yeah, I built like another one of those like little 2-foot high ramps with like an 8-foot half pipe section and a 4-foot bank section. And then unfortunately it's like outside, so it gets covered in like all the leaves and stuff, and it's on the side of a hill. And I guess you have to be really careful when you're building stuff on the side of the hill to get it to be actually flat. And so I was not. So when you ride on the ramp, there are different sections that are at different angles. And if you get pitched off the one side of it, it's about a 3.5-foot drop down into the yard.
Nate knows Mike Joyce's ramp. It was like a
vert ramp.
4-foot ramp, and on one side it was like you would run into the hill. And the other side, if you fell off of it, it was like a 6-foot drop.
And it was a 10-foot vert ramp. So if you came off a wall and you went to the edge of the ramp, you could really hurt yourself.
Yeah, you could
do like a 20-foot air into the abyss of the yard.
Yeah, it was kind of sketchy. So yeah.
Yeah, so Natalie and I are in the process of moving the 8-foot half pipe part of the ramp down under our porch where it's like out of the rain.
Sure.
And so where there's like lights and stuff, and we're gonna put down some urethane masonite on it to make it smooth. And so then it should actually be like usable.
Now that I've got a little tiny ramp in my backyard, and we can't go skate our skate park. I been out there skating that, and it's really slow and nasty, and it's gross. And I'm like going, well, crap! I need to just start over from scratch, tear the whole thing down. I really like your transitions, Uber, on the old ramp you had in your garage. I'm not sure what size they were.
The 4-foot high one?
Huh?
The 4-foot high one?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the transition radius was originally.
I don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. But I've got all the radiuses lined up in my backyard. So
I still got one of my transitions. I kept one from the ramp in my backyard just to make it real easy to rebuild.
So Eminem has joined us on
with my homies on the KTP. Kickturn party on CTV. Nate, Corner, and Jay in the top. I got Kirk down there. You know what's nonstop? Bob Morris in the house talking about KY. I wouldn't tell you that even if it was a lie.
Yeah! You know, that rules, Bunny.
I know I'm gonna go blah, blah, and I'm rapping because I'm not a blah, blah, blah.
Little pea brats.
Corinthians.
You don't have enough tattoos.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
There we go. Bunny guy.
Cry, baby. Cry, baby.
That's not showing up.
It's good to see you, man, and happy birthday for sure.
Hey, yeah, thank you very much. This is like a huge surprise. This is really awesome.
Oh, you didn't know that we were going to do this?
No.
All right, Jay, don't fuck up the recording this time.
Thanks for coming by another episode of Kickturn Party.
Thank you.
Hey,
This was a
Thank
special one
you.
going out to our friend Ubergeek.
Love
Hey,
you.
His
thank
birthday.
you so much.
Everybody's gonna hang out here tonight. All right. We'll pass out in the flat.